Okay, we are live. It is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's another episode of Decentralization Sunday. This is where I review and talk about my latest finds, almost always used for very low prices, and it's all decentralized physical media, such as CDs, DVDs, VHS, maybe some cassettes, no vinyl. I don't give a shit. I'm not on the vinyl craze. I'm about buying things for on the cheap, and today is no exception. So let's get into it. Let's play the theme song for Decentralization Sunday.
Decentralization. Decentralize your life.
That's right. Decentralization Sunday is happening right now. Let's pull up my little notes here. We're talking about two things today that probably don't really go together. So, congratulations, nerds. Congratulations, wiggers. You're going to have a great Sunday because we're talking about two things. We're talking about iconic science fiction characters and also white rap. Um, this is Solo, a Star Wars story on DVD. Let's get into it. We'll open it up this right here. And we got here, it's a DVD that I bought for only $1. Isn't that amazing? And unfortunately, it says DVD only, so I don't know if this was part of any kind of uh, like box set or anything like that. It probably came with some Blu-ray thing, but it doesn't have any like commentary or documentary or behind the scenes. So that's kind of a bummer. But I bought it because it was only $1 because I figured if it sucks, throw it away. I do know this much. Nobody really asked for this movie. This is, of course, a Disney creation. And a lot of people think that the Disney Corporation have absolutely killed the Star Wars franchise by pushing a bunch of woke garbage all over the public and making things that nobody likes. And movies are tanking, TV shows are tanking. It's not working out for them. They put out way too many products, way too many things, and the public is just not having it anymore. But my thing is that it's always best to go into certain movies with no expectation whatsoever. So if it sucks, hey, it's only $1. I'm totally prepared to throw it away. So as you can see, they have a younger guy playing Han Solo. There is Chewbacca. There is the love interest. This chick was hot in the movie, not for nothing. What's his Danny Glover, something Glover, not gonna work here anymore. Plays a young Lando Calrissian. This is an origin story. So this is how Han Solo came to be, where he came from, how did he get his name, how did he meet Chewbacca, how did he meet Lando Calrissian? All these things and more are answered in this film. So I bought it for $1. I had no bias, no expectation of this movie whatsoever, and except I did hear it didn't do very well at the box office for a Star Wars movie, and I kind of, you know, I kind of stopped. Let's see. Um, and it kind of stopped Disney from doing any more of the offshoot solo movies because I think they had a Boba Fett movie, and I think they were going to make a whole movie about the droid that goes Gronk. It's like a walking box. I think they were going to do a 2-hour movie just about the Gronk droid. That's what I heard. Um, and also right here on the box, you can see a familiar face. That's Woody Harrelson, everybody. I thought that Woody Harrelson, as a casting choice, was going to take me out of the film. My overall verdict of the flick, I thought it was good. It's not great, but I actually remembered the movie after I watched it. I was laying in bed, my wife's sleeping next to me. I'm like, oh man, gotta watch some fucking. Oh, how about Solo, a Star Wars story? Let's pop it in, shall we? And I was fully prepared just to maybe enjoy some special effects or whatever, because I thought Rogue One, another Star Wars story, I thought that one, the special effects in it were pretty awesome. Although I didn't actually watch, I just watched some YouTube clips for that one. And this one, it kept my interest. I watched the entire movie, and it's actually 130, so it's a little over 2 hours. And I watched the whole thing, and I came away thinking, not bad. I mean, look at it. I went to go see Force Awakens right when it came out at the theater, and as soon as I left the theater, I didn't even remember what the hell I watched. And if you ask, I mean, I don't know anything about that movie. I don't remember anything about Force Awakens except for Han Solo died in a very pathetic way. Andrew Driver, is that his name? The guy who plays Han Solo's kid, he's got a weird face. He kind of his face is kind of like this, and he had a stupid voice. And every single character I didn't care about, and it was basically just a reboot of the first Star Wars movie, not a New Hope. I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't play that. Homie, don't play that stupid shit where the first movie is called A New Hope. No, it's called Star Wars. My contention is that Star Wars should have only been one movie, and that's it. One and done. This cute little space opera from 1977. But if they gotta make movies, this movie started with a couple of directors, a couple of writers, and they were just trying to go for more of like a comedic film, and apparently the powers that be, that Kathleen Kennedy, had a problem with it, so they replaced those two directors with uh, Richie Cunningham, Ron Howard, he's a good director in his own right. He's done a lot of bangers. Nothing I care about, but he did the whole movie, and I think he brought a sort of wholesomeness to it, made it kind of feel like the originals a little bit. So the guy who played Han Solo, I can't read his name. Can you read any of that? I didn't think so. What's his name? What- not gonna be in this movie anymore. Um, I think he did a really good job. He kind of captured the essence of, and they also talked about like how he got that classic gun, and you know he I wouldn't say he was doing an imitation of a young Harrison Ford, but he was kind of hitting all the beats. He kind of got how cocky he was. There was humor in the movie, something that I don't even think exists in any of the prequels. There's no humor in the movies. And if you actually watch the first Star Wars, there is a charming, naive humor to it all, where it almost seemed like George Lucas wrote this stupid script, and the young actors, because I think the oldest one, Sir Alec Guinness, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi, was only 48 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's like how Archie Bunker looked like he was 67 and he's like 46 years old. I mean, give me a break. But Woody Harrelson totally worked in the movie. I thought it was good for what it was. The Chewbacca character. There's a couple. I mean, spoiler alert. This movie I think has been out since 2018. There is a part in when he first met Chewbacca, and Chewbacca's talking to him, and Han goes, and that was a little bit laughable. But Star Wars is stupid. Okay, nerds? Sorry. Star Wars is dumb. Okay? I mean, it's me. I was the perfect age when I saw Star Wars. I'm in my 50s now. Guess how old I was when I saw Star Wars at the theater in 1977? I was 9 years old. Okay? 9 years old. Way before I had any pubes down there. So I was the perfect age for Star Wars. And now when I get older, I think people, all these older nerds, like, adults that go to Disneyland by themselves, creepy, they're looking for that old feeling again. And I think for my money, which was 99 pennies plus one more penny, for me, I think this is the best of all of the Disney Star Wars. All of them. Last Jedi sucked from what I gather. Uh the Rise of Skywalker was a waste of time from what I gathered. Didn't watch either one of them. Had no interest. Force Awakens was garbage. It was a total waste of time. And I saw a little bit of Rogue One, and all the other stupid movies. Not movies, but the TV shows and all the other like Andor and whatever. I don't care about any of that crap. We don't need all this stuff. Star Wars should have been one movie. It really should just be those characters. What happened to them? Where they came from. Got it. Okay. So, Solo, the best out of all the movies. That is my verdict. All right, let's move on to the next thing, which is we're gonna go way over to the other side because I told you there's two crowds of people that are gonna enjoy today's episode, which is nerds and wiggers. Okay, next up is remember this white rap band from the 1990s called House of Pain? That's right. Jump around. Dun, dun, dun. Jump around. Dun, dun, dun. Jump up, and get down. Jump, jump, jump. Nope, it wasn't Crisscross. It was House of Pain. House of Pain are three dudes. I don't think they're from Boston. I thought they were part of like the Soul Assassins crew of Cypress Hill. In fact, I think DJ Muggs of Cypress Hill helped produce some of this record. This is their second record. It is called Same as It Ever Was. It came out in 1994, and here it is. I bought this. See, here you go. Executive produced. Let me see if we can get in there by DJ Muggs. Yep, there we go. Executive produced for Soul Assassins. Yep. Tommy Boy. I believe this came out in 1994. I bought it. I bought it used for what was a great price at the time. 9 985. No, 989. Hmm? So that was a bargain for House of Pain, same as it ever was, used on CD. This record, like, okay, so I bought the CD when it came out in 1994, and I was just reminded of it because I haven't listened to this record in at least 20, 25 years. Why would I? Like, who gives a shit about House of Pain? Well, I do now because I went down some weird YouTube rabbit hole about a week ago, and I was sitting there drinking some vodka tonics in my kitchen, watching my fucking YouTube in my kitchen, having a great one-man party. And you know what? I was really digging it. I was watching a bunch of old concert footage of them from the 90s, and it was just because I used to be in a rap band in the 90s. I'm technically an ex-white rapper. I know, shocking. But I was just sitting there going, man, that shit was cool. So here's the thing. This album is kind of a banger. All right. These annoying Irish tough guy wiggers wrote some memorable songs, and their image kind of reminds me of hardcore skinhead wigger meets the Boondock Saints. That's what it reminds me of. Would I like to have hung out with these people in real life? Probably not. But is Back from the Dead the first song? Is that a fucking jam? Hell yeah, it is. Um, this album sounds like it was recorded on a jam box. It sounds like it was recorded on a 4-track cassette. So let's get into the booklet. So of course there's all this like, you know, I guess religious imagery and like Irish bars and stuff like that. And for some reason a dog. Come on. And I think Everlast was starting to kind of pull away from the group. So there he is. He's kind of grown his hair out a little bit, looking a little scruffy after being on tour for 2 years straight. There's Danny Boy, the resident hype man of the group. He wasn't the main rapper. The main rapper was Everlast. And Everlast is from the Rhyme Syndicate, Ice-T's crew back in like 1989, 1990. He put out a solo record and that went nowhere. And then DJ Lethal on the ones and twos, and he is in Limp Bizkit. So, you know what? The first song is called Everlast Coming Back from the Dead, which yeah, you can totally tell this is used because there's like a little cutout. This is literally from the cutout bin. Okay. And the song Back from the Dead name checks Pearl Jam. It name checks Steven Seagal. The rhyme goes, I'm like Steven Seagal, I'm hard to kill. I'm like G.G. Allen, I'm crazy ill. Now, if you know anything about G.G. Allen, not many rappers name check a punk rock guy who shit into his own hands and used to throw it at people during concerts. Look up G.G. Allen if you want to get a nice eyeful. This album is so it sounds like it's really raw. It sounds like it was recorded on a 4-track cassette recorder with like a dusty old fucking sampler and a broken turntable. It's really raw. It's rough to listen to, and I like it that way because you know what? I like my rap music like I like my women. drunk, sloppy, and ready to rock. So, I think that my favorite songs on this record is Back from the Dead, the first song, Everlast coming back from the dead. Oh, and that's another thing. It's a little bit it's a little bit off the beat. So when I'm sitting there listening to it for the very first time, he goes boom, boom, ba 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 da ba 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 da da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba. Coming back from the dead. Everlast coming back from the dead. You know I'm back from the dead, and we'll put the freaking hole in your head. Now that's everything's on the beat. As the song goes on, it starts to drag. Was he drunk in the vocal booth? Maybe. Maybe he's getting drunk on Mickey's malt liquor. He's probably in there going, "I'll put the freaking hole in your head," because it starts going, "I'm coming back from the dead. Everlast coming back from the dead." And I'm like going, dude, what are you dragging ass for on there? So um we got the song Back from the Dead. Let's try to focus here. Then I'm on point. When it's time to rock the funky joint, I'm on point. When it's time to rock the funky jam, I'm the man. See, I can't. I'm a bad rapper. I've been out of practice for a very long time. Word is born. Bop, 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 chop, rap, rap. Meant to be the mama, so the entire record sounds exactly the same. Some stupid horn, some horrible fucking beat, and some bass from like a piano or a stand-up bass, like boom, 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 boom. When I'm back from the dead, Everlast coming back from the dead, and my name is Fred, and I'll put the freaking hole in your head. House of Pain's in the house. Enough said. That said, I like it. So there you go. All right, so that's this week's um review for Decentralization Sunday. I'm changing the format of this entire channel. By the end of today, I will have branded the channel as American Curmudgeon Hot Sauce. So this channel is going to be mostly about cooking videos, eating videos, all my political commentary, all my political views and videos. I've taken them all down and I've moved all my content over to Rumble. And you can find my video that I did yesterday called I'm changing the format of my channel. That's the name of the video. Find that on this channel. It'll give you the full scoop of what the hell I've done and what I'm going to be doing. So, new for 2025, this channel is going to be about cooking, eating, growing my own food, and of course, decentralization media. So, there you go. If you're not happy with that, if you like my political stuff, go over to my Rumble page. My link is in that video for my Rumble page. If you like what I'm doing with decentralization and cooking and eating, I'm going to be back in a couple of days with a brand new video. It's a cooking video. That's right. It's called Get in My Belly. So there's a whole slew of new shit going on right now. And if you want to, go to my website for my hot sauce at theamericancurmudgeon.com. Okay, so I'll see you in a couple days with a new video, Get in My Belly, and of course, every single Sunday, Decentralization Sunday. See you guys later. Everlast coming back from